is this not one of those responses that came out of Team Indonesia when they played at IESFWC 24 this year?
Yeah, we've seen the Uranus before as well, but hey, man. Yeah, we're lucky Gideon's not here. He'd be mauling at this Uranus pick. The chip, though, and the Claude, we've seen the Claude, we've seen the chip here, Leo. The Claude on the hands of King Skylar. Against the Granger and Farsa, this is the same combination, and it did not work.
It's a very interesting approach to drafting. Rarely do we see St. Lucas give his players, his hugger, give their players this kind of a lineup that ends up with so much utility, but the wrong kind of damage profile. I think you're right. TLID might just call in for shortcuts, and then the job just wouldn't be done.
To be fair though, if we're talking about the shortcut and the chip, if there's one roamer in Indonesia I trust with the chip, it has to be really wise.
That's because this is what we call a wheelie party, right? No party like a wheelie party.
Ain't no party like a wheelie party.
But think about this. The only real good targets are if some way, somehow, Wheelie the Wise finds Kelra or Prince. Any other would be a non-starter.
Yeah, it would definitely be very difficult. You can really see here early on, at least a bit of difference. TLID, like Wolfell said, not invading in the first 2 minutes, respecting it for now. They know how hard it is for a friend. Oh, what happened there? Yeskio. It looked like he was winning out the trade, and then now, I guess Super Friends got a combo in. Up top, though, this matchup, Uranus versus Hilda. How does that work?
The Uranus wins about 9 out of 10 times. Like, he just stands there and forces the Hilda back underneath their turret, or like back into a bush, and then you just get stacks of that ionic edge on. Oh no, Wheelie's in trouble.
Revitalize you got Razor's Wrath! King Kong with a big bonk!
Nowhere to go for Wheelie but down. He did click his Revitalize, and now Kirk, same story.
Revitalize already used up by Kirk as well. This time though, there's Brusco to help him. Walking forward, King Kong walking in, revitalized here. Luckily no bonk from King Kong, so Aran can get away, but still it's a win for FNOP early on.
Great use of the energy eruption, a lot of frontliners for Team Liquid ID, but now the story still, I'm worried about them is their damage profile. Oh, the damage from King Kong's returns. 2v2, that's a tough party to start. Now comes Wheelie.
Okay, he has killed two. King Kong may be very low. Great Jikudo. RWM onto King Kong. That's a kill back. Feather airstrike used up by Super Friends. Gotta respect it as Ron walks in forward. Over to Brusco. Kirk walking up as well. Wheelie with the Crash Corso. Power Wilderness from Maran. Now Super Friends not caught in the stun. It is the Queen's damage. Almost taking it down.
Kirk here in the middle of the crossfire. 4v1. Gets out of there. And I think this is just Liquid ID securing the turtle. Rough start, but eventually the cavalry does get chugging along.
The Brawl server does what the Brawl server wants. It's brawling up in here. A lot of the early fights happening earlier. Getting a 1,000 gold lead, so already a different story. But for FNOP, as long as Kelra and Fritz stay untouched, it should still be A-okay.
And that is currently what Team Liquid ID might be trying to fix.
Yep.
They put a lot of pressure on the Kirk, not having any of it. A lot of pressure on King Kong. He's a utility jungler. He's used to this. He's supposed to be doing this. What can Liquid ID do to put some pressure on the gold standard? How can they force Super Friends to pop the feathered airstrike early to make that a less than ideal approach into Wheelie's crash course into the shortcut, because we haven't really seen it. He turned level 4 like 30 seconds, a minute ago. Here's a start.
Brusco trying to catch Aaron Chicky. He has the BMI defensively placed back very far away, so he's always able to tap that, but you can see FNOP are playing it well, man. Every single time TLID force something out, there's always a great response over, and that 1,000 gold lead is gone. Brusco, Jikudo, away the dragon. We do the vitalize, they are Chico the blazing duet.
And now Wheelie looking to start it up. Not gonna happen. No shortcut coming through. Eventually, the delayed approach. Kirk comes through with a revitalize of its own. Alan in trouble.
Isolated, revitalize, bonk! Coming down, Aran still able to survive in the bush. RWM over to Kirk now. He's gonna be taken very low. BMI forward. A Purify out with a feather airstrike. Aaron Shiggy. BMIing again to safety, and it becomes what, a 1-for-1 in the end?
The circle to the square. We're at the point where in early game, damage profiles for both aren't there quite yet. So it's the early game chunkiness of Team Liquid and FANATIC ONIC's lack of items just yet that's making these fights lead to nothing. Trades that have no real openings, no conversions. 300 gold, that's where we found Team Liquid ID when this fight started. Now they're looking for a play. Weedy here in control of the river brush.
Way the dragon. Over. First down feather airstrike. No shortcut. He gets slain before he can even place it down. Wait, it's still on cooldown anyways. Fabian able to get the XP grab 1 level ahead of King Kong.
Man advantage for the Super Fam. 3v4. Current numbers don't favor the cavalry. Look at Fabian. Oh, putting Kirk down to a 10th of his health.
Fabian wants to go in. Great taunt over from King Kong. Fabian goes in, but King Kong wins out the retreat battle. Bruce comes in with G Kundo. Able to lock him up into the Appraiser's Wrath. King Kong with another bonk on Fabian. Shortcut to...
Here we go!
Aaron Shiki coming down, blazing duets.
The Weedy party leads to the beast getting slain. Now they send FANATIC on attacking.
Way of the dragon over Aaron Shiki to revitalize doesn't help him enough. Kirk spins around and gets the kill. Now it's Winnie next to the chopping block. Super Prince getting that kill.
They got oiled up for nothing. Slipped on their own plans. FANATIC on it PH punishing Team Liquid ID for brawling too hard.
Too much brawl and FNOP know exactly how to deal with it. They can play the brawl game themselves, it seems. Kelra up top. That's an SP. That's a Sky Piercer for Kelra.
That's a go signal for FANATIC ONIC to turn it up a notch. Just 1 gear. Maybe just 1 gear. They've had it with these fights not leading to much. They've had it with Aran running away. It starts here now. 6 minutes in. King Kong locking in the Thunderbelt. Trying to tell me that also is a clear sign for FANATIC ONIC that they want to go faster. They want to have King Kong not even just bonking dudes, just coming in, zoning, hit, and then keep going that way. And it'll make Aran think twice about just checking bushes like that.
Definitely. You can again see for FNOP, it's all about suffocating TLID now, right? That they have the gold lead, they have King Kong where they want them. It kind of comes down to, again, Super Prince and Kelra. They already have so much gold. That's the Sky Piercer and the Hunter Strike for Kelra. Cooldown boost too. So, wants to get as many Rhapsodies. Actually, is it for the dash? Is it just for the dash? It has to be cooldown.
For the dash, and just even the Rhapsody. Yeah! So it's just full-on procs from Kelra. What I'm impressed with is Super Prince's choice of boots. It's penetration boots.
Yeah.
So that means these early fights, they're going to favor those to push forward. Look at the face of Aaron Shiki. Outranged.
Glass cannon for Super Prince, but bottom lane. Oh, Kelra gets picked off. A great shortcut from the mid lane, from up top, and now they go back in. They're gonna try to go for the turtle. King Kong's already on. Winnie wants to go for the crash course, gets taunted up. King Kong's still on it.
The beast is outnumbered, circled in by 4 young stallions. Can he take this?
Kirk is going on to Fabian. That's a severed soul. Fabian wins on retreat battle. That's a blazing duel. The purify out. Brusko still able to get away the dragon, but now it's Kirk isolated, dashing away. Fever with the sun,
and that is Flame of Fame cooking, taking down Kirk.
A great brawl from Team Liquid ID from a pickoff. It started off by them going to the bottom lane, utilizing the macro advantage of the chip.
It was a pickoff that we didn't see. We only saw the aftermath. So one could assume Kelra was blind to the crash course shortcut combo. The Weedy party he wasn't seeing, wasn't expecting, caught him off and led to that turtle going over to Team Liquid ID. Last turtle of the game. So this is a turtle advantage for Liquid ID. So far, so good. Brawling, paying off.
Denying the Winnie party is just so difficult right now for Kelra, right? Every time you say no to it, but then it just comes crashing.
You have to be able to, that's why maybe he invested in these cooldown boots, to be able to throw those Rhapsodies, check in, because, I tell you now, Brusko can't check every bush. Prince can't just throw his skills at every bush.
Yeah.
So it's not as easy to go for a Kelra here. He suffered his first death in the whole series, and Liquid is 1,000 gold ahead. They push top lane, they push bottom lane. I think the players just keep going faster.
Whoa.
Go faster. 6.9k now on Aaron Shiki. So
exactly.
On top of the gold rankings here, built his Trinity already.
Really quick, 8 minutes and 40 seconds on the 3-item power spike. So he's been farming really well. He's obviously got 2 kills and 2 assists too. Taking it, Brusko goes in, great real run, like shit.
And nothing to call for because they zoned out the rest of FANATIC ONIC. Brusko down.
Aaron Shiki blazing duet. Fabian gets the kill, the stun, and the soul sever. Now we're on. Able to bait out King Kong for a bit, but TLID, they saw 2 members down, Lord up in 9, we're gonna go for it.
Some cracks showing in FANATIC ONIC's armor. The fact that they need to be in the right positions to be able to deal the right amount of damage was checked by Team Liquid ID, and now the map is turning blue, literally and figuratively, and the cavalry are galloping anywhere and everywhere they want. Look how far off Witty is. And now the shortcut triggered in wide walk, scoring one for Flame of Fave.
Great neutral objective take from the young Stallions here. 2.4k goal lead, 8-7. We get to a point where FNOP now will have to defend up against the Siege. So let's start talking about the Siege. Range-wise, Aaron is definitely going to be struggling without the Melfic gun at least. He's already building towards the Melfic gun. That will definitely help him in the Sieges. But Yehezkiel has to be the main key for the Sieges.
Oh, yeah.
Even Witty, there's no full initiation with the Hilda and the Chip.
That's right, the Ghosts and the Wise have been instrumental. They have been impactful to put FANATIC ONIC into a corner like this. The way Yehezkiel uses the RWM zones out the perfect kill box for FANATIC ONIC. Witty catches off guard those cores and forces things like this because they know that Witty could be anywhere. They actually saw Witty last in the bottom lane, and they actually set up a nice slow push down there. So FANATIC ONIC, they can't respond.
They're going to let the bottom lane push in just with the minions. Kelra going to be sent down below to deal with it. Aran still in the bush screening and looking for FNOP. Knowing the positions, they sent Fabian, the Usurper, into the mid lane. Flame of Fave getting tier 1 down. Now it's tier 2's on the board. Triple Fist still up top to try to defend. Russo, Chikudo, not used to go in. It's just a bit of a bait, a bit of a threat over. Yehezkiel loses a bit of HP. Melfic gun for Aaron. That'll definitely help in the Siege. 2 tier 2s already, and they're looking at the last one up top.
FANATIC ONIC, very defensive positioning, very defensive maneuvers. Even Aran able to check him. These bushes are now lethal for FANATIC ONIC PH. Something tells me this next Lord might be their next attempt at regaining control of this game. 11.5 minutes, so when this Lord spawns, it will be enhanced. It's the kind of Lord that jumps. So if FANATIC ONIC can put themselves in a position where King Kong and Kirk can get into the face of Yehezkiel, get into the face of Aaron, then we're cooking. But right now, Liquid clearly in the lead, clearly in control.
They're definitely trying their best as well to utilize this lead to get as much tempo on the map. Again, FNOP, they're doing a good job too at retaliating, I would say, to the tempo of TLID. They know that Witty could be anywhere, like you said, so they're grouping up as much as possible, letting King Kong open up, Brusco too, and playing it really safe for Kelra and Fritz.
Yeah, all the more these battle spells matter for FANATIC. Those battle spells, each one equaling to a kill, each one equaling to a trade that they can watch out for. 30 more seconds. Super Fritz using the Feathered Airstrike to check in, spots that River Brush. There's 2 in there at least. Aran and Fabian kicking out the Usurper. FANATIC ONIC can't cross the river, man. That's how dangerous it is.
It's very dangerous with a chip. And by the way, this is revitalized chip, right? So again, the tankiness that you kind of lost with the nerfs, you get back with the revitalized a bit, not all of it, right? Sustain Aaron knows Bruce goes there, PMI's back, and Lord now will be spawning in the game. This is the second Lord of the game, this time enhanced in the 12th minute. King Kong trying to get back control of the Lord, trying to reset it away from TLID, because TLID has some really good setup.
It's a Filipino special, setting up for the dance. How does FANATIC quell this engagement? Because even without a flicker, the engage on Witty and his shortcut is real. The threat, the fight begins.
Wait, the Dragon over Aran, pops in revitalized, blazing wind coming down as well from Chiki earlier. Kelra getting rid of him. Hey, Blazer's Wrath used up already. It's a 1-for-1. Brusco for Aran. Now both teams will reset the Lord. Not gonna be taken, no commitment just yet, but it is very low.
Ooh, Lord down to 1/10 of its health. King Kong and Fabian coming through.
That's an almost got him. Aaron Chiki on it. King Kong to be melted down by Aaron Chiki. Now it's Kelra over the Rhapsody onto it. Fabian, Soul Sever, and the Retribution to secure the enhanced Lord. And Team Liquid, they tangoed to the winning team fight.
From endless nights of ranked game grinding to the upper bracket finals, Fabian and the untouchable Aaron Shiki tag team FANATIC ONIC for that second Lord here. 14 minutes in, all the lanes are slowly going to turn blue. 10 seconds from now, that evolved Lord will march on through the bottom lane. How does FANATIC ONIC defend here? It looks like Liquid are just the right amount of aggressive to force FANATIC ONIC to pop their ults, their battle spells early, but wait, now that I mention it, FANATIC didn't spend any. I think a part of them knew they weren't going to get that Lord.
No, I think it's just back on cooldown here because Aran used it already as well in the fight, so they just had more revitalizers. Both of them popped in, they're revitalized. It's 2 against 1, technically for revitalized. So sustained battle, TLID have been able to take in the poke from Kelra, from Prince, utilize it to revitalize to get out. Ooh, Kurt almost picked off by Mr. Fabian there. Luckily, no more members around to capitalize on that damage. But take a look at how TLID are managing the waves. They're actually going to slow push bottom lane, shoving all of it, and then they're going to have a 1.5 wave, I would say, in the bottom lane together with the next mid and top wave.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Bottom lane's going to get popped here. Aaron Shiki, great use of his kit, spacing through FANATIC ONIC. Lord's going to crash in, taking out that inhibitor.
Okay, base turret number 1 taken down. Yeskiel low, and you can see why he's playing it so safe right now. He knows it's very easy for Super Prince to poke him, to maybe even execute him, if he stays in range of the Death Sonata and the Feather Air Special. Will just come in very late. Kurt, consecration used up. There we go. That's a Death Sonata over to Yeskiel. Threading the needle, Kelra. And this might force TLID to go back. Meanwhile, Brusco scheming in the flanks.
Looking for an angle. I guess he was just out there cutting. That's what happened in mid lane there. So Brusco doing a bit of work. He knows that it's not the time to fight. He knows that it's not in FANATIC ONIC's best interest to start fighting. Because Yeskiel is a menace. Look at this, 70,000 dealt in a 15-minute game. How do they find him? I'm looking at it now. FANATIC ONIC do not have the resources to just burst down a single Eve.
It's all the consistent damage, I would say, right? It's DPS, slowly but surely poking your opponents. And though I would say when it comes to the range battle, Prince should have an advantage, it's just burst. You use the Feather Airstrike, it's going to be a long cooldown on it. Meanwhile, for Yeskiel, it's constant Void Blast, constant slows, the glowing wand procs over and over again.
Even the Crystal can check where Brusco is.
Yeah.
And once Brusco finds you, you see a shadow of a Cho, you flicker away in the other direction, drop your ult.
Exactly.
And that's what Team Liquid has been doing in the past 15 minutes. Lord spawns lower quarter here. Luckily for FANATIC ONIC, that is where the damage has been dealt. That is where they got penetrated. Ooh. And it looks like they might go for a play. Look at this blitz by TLID. Brusco going in.
Oh, real rune inflation used up already. We need a flash right now. Goes in for the conceal as well. King Kong going to be able to spot on as Kurt goes in for the chase. Aran, so zoning him away. TLID will decide to back away. That's for the airstream. Diving in with the nature of the Kelra.
He does commit with the ult that resets the Lord. Now Witty goes in with a shortcut.
Fagan's still there. Revitalized for Witty. Some health bars already very low for FNOP. Kirk taking a lot of damage again. Kelra, Kirk, and Brusco are all a quarter of his HP. Brusco jumps in. Fagan claims the Lord. That's immortality. Already popped already. And Brusco will be slain. That's a killing spree for both Fabian and Aaron Shiki. Kelra hiding away. Slowed down the wishing ladder by Yeskiel.
There's no need for more from Liquid ID. It was a revitalize that Witty did. Everyone was already in range. The shortcut slowly becoming overkill for Liquid. Approaching the 10k gold lead, Aaron Shiki selling his Wind of Nature, now picking up a winner crown. It was the right amount of firepower. One would say maybe it was too early, but it was enough to put down Brusco and Kirk low enough. Now the FANATIC ONIC's missing their front line. Kiko can't do this alone.
Oh, look at the poke with the arrow, the short kick coming down, real run inflation! In towards the stun, blazing duet from Aaron Shiki. The base is wide open and they go for it right now. It is Team Liquid ID who gets the equalization 1-1 in a best of 5.
Now we have a ball.